I want to walk you through cold emails as a practical implementation of some of the psychological principles. So, this is a cold email that I sent out to some special prospects, and it was used in an automated sequence. So, it wasn't something where I manually customized every email and sent it out. So this is something that's more scalable to have a higher impact in the market. All right, so I wrote hi, first name, and that's programmatically entered from the spreadsheet, whatever the person's first name is. I'm giving away 100 of the special offers for people who have your certification, whatever that particular certification was, where I pulled the list. And for those of you who want a little technical details, what I did was I went into LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I found people who had specific certifications that I was interested in, and then I used a cool tool called Scrap.io to pull the emails, to scrape the emails from LinkedIn to generate the cold email list, and then I imported those emails into Lemlist to send this automated email. Okay, so please let me know if you're interested, and I'll reserve your account using this email or another one if you prefer. Cheers. Okay, so the first thing is this personalization. Hi, first name. So people care a lot about themselves. There's something called the spotlight effect where they're really obsessed with themselves. There's a little bit of narcissism in people where the world kind of revolves around that. So that's why personalization works. So we have the first case of personalization here. Another is your certification. So that is also a type of personalization. So one of the most important ideas in cold emails is that people want to feel like this email was special to them. It wasn't just some spam that was sent to everyone. And that is the case here. I was purposely going after people who have a particular certification. Now, these people may know, they're probably aware that I'm sending this to a bunch of people, right? It's not of highly personalized, like, hey, Cindy, I saw you on the news. Are you interested in our product? No, this is a kind of a template, but it's fine because it's a personalized template. All right, so there's the personalization. The other thing is I'm talking in the second person, so it's just me to you. So let me know if you're interested, and I'll reserve your account. I'm not saying we, I'm not saying my company, I'm not saying my brand. This is a one-on-one conversation. All right, so the other key psychological principle here is scarcity. So I'm giving away 100 of these special offers. I don't have unlimited ones to give away, which is true. The system I have set up only allows me to generate so many of these. So that sense of scarcity, that there's only 100, it compels action. Oh, okay, I better act now to be able to get this special offer. And the other thing that is creating a sense of urgency is this reserve your accounts. So what this is another psychological principle, which is kind of like loss aversion. Like, in other words, if you don't reserve your account now, you're going to lose it. Okay? It's not just that you're gaining something, it's that you're, by acting, by responding, it is preventing you from losing a thing that is yours, or you were on the verge of owning anyway. So it's almost like you almost have it in your hand, but it's going to fall out if you don't clasp together. So that's a very strong way to drive action. So this email, it was pretty effective. So we're looking at a 11% response rate over a pretty short period. I think it was within like a week or something. So not bad, considering that this is just like a first email in a sequence. It's not the impact across, sending 7 emails over 7 weeks or something like that. Now, the other thing I want to do is go to something a little more generic, which is this Harvard Business Review article on how to do cold emails. And what do they say are some key principles? One, tailor the message to the recipient. Okay, so psychologically, people like things that are customized to them. I did that in the example that I showed because that's part of the spotlight effect. It's part of just being generally somewhat self-absorbed. Another thing is to validate yourself. Okay, so people are influenced by authorities. They trust people to have some sort of credibility. So if you have your credentials, that's effective. So that's something I also put in my emails. I put in VP of marketing, for example. And another thing is alleviating your audience's pain. So people are loss averse and they like to gain back things that they have lost more than necessarily gaining something new. So taking away a pain in general is going to be a more effective message than gaining something. You can see that I did that, the idea that you're going to reserve your account so that you don't lose something. It's not just about gaining something. All right, keep it short, easy, and actionable. Okay, good. If you're trying to drive response, like a reply, then you want to do things that drive action, that create kind of a compelling sense of action or a sense of urgency. Be appreciative and a little vulnerable. So this is really the idea of being likable. For me personally, I like to use a lot of enthusiasm in my emails because that's how I am in general when I'm in meetings. I'm very enthusiastic. I'm very excited about the products that I market. So showing that enthusiasm, showing that energy, showing that level of interest, and being vulnerable to some extent can make you more likable, make you more trustable, and showing appreciation. So for example, thank you so much. I am really grateful. This line that seems a little bit over the top. Tucker Max, the author of this article, says that doubles response rates. Incredible. Just being an appreciative, good person is effective. And as I've mentioned before in this course, likability is a very strong driver of influence.